to our body pump technique class. So, first of all, just want to talk very briefly about what body pump is. It's a barbell class, it's a group class, 2 units, it's fantastic fun, and you get great results, really challenging all those major muscle groups in the body. And the whole principle behind body pump is you want to get to overload, that point where you don't want to do anymore. So obviously if you're a beginner, you start with nice light weights. As you learn the technique, get strong, you can put some more. So whether you are a brand new exerciser to body pump or whether you are a seasoned body pumper, just like you just to take a little time out just to check technique, just to make sure you're going to be safe. Now, the most important move in body pump is actually what we call the stepped position. So with your bar, now of course you can practice this at home, that's the whole point of this. And you don't have to have a bar or weight, you can practice with a broom. Now, set position, feet just underneath your hips. Soften the legs. Then you're going to pull the tummy in, take the shoulders up, back, and then slide them down the back. So you've got a nice, strong set position here. So this is a good, safe position, optimum position, so you're not going to hurt yourself. Right, one of the first things we do in our warm-up is often called a deadlift or a dead row. So we're in our strong set position, shoulders back, nice proud chest. Now what we're going to do is allow the bar to slide down the legs, just to the kneecap, and then we rise again. Really, really important that you keep the chest lifted, the shoulders back, so that we're returning back to that set position. Good way of checking it is the fact that your feet can move and you can lift your toes. Now, common mistakes is this, knees coming forwards, or taking the bar too far away. So the bar's out here and coming down, all that pressure's on the back. So shoulders back, nice proud chest, sliding in. So thinking about driving through the heels, that's it. And then that way you're activating the hamstrings. Now, from this dead lift position, you can then go into a row. So we go to the knees, pull the elbows in close, up high, back to the knees, and then we drive through the feet. So set position in between, squeezing in, and then we rise. Now the bar is tilting us forward, and then we're just pulling up. So we're going to use our legs. This is a great exercise, not just for the back, but also for the hamstrings as well. This is a narrow row. Now, to do a wider row, take your hands a little bit wider, thumbs in front. Now, the dead row was to the belly button. This time it's going to be up to the rib cage. So we go down to the knees, elbows straight to the ceiling, back to the knees, and rise. Now this is using much smaller muscle groups, so it's a little bit harder to do. The secret is elbows wide. Well done. So, do have a go and practice. What we're going to do now is just look at the various movements as they come in body pump, because it's a pre-choreographed class, everything's in a set order. So, track number 1 will be a warm-up, very, very general, lots of different movements to try. And then track 2 is the squat track. So it's very important you don't hurt your back. So you would put some weight on the bar, bend your legs, carefully pick up the bar, take it to the shoulders, over the top of the head, and then take it onto the meaty part of the back. So the legs will go just a little wider than your hips, and ideally turn your toes out. Don't want to have the bar up here, you want to really press it on top of the shoulder blades, so the elbows straight underneath. And then all you're going to do is pull your tummy in, push the hips back and down, and just rising, pushing through. So the knees do travel towards your toes, you're driving through the heels. So pushing the hips back and down. Now common mistakes are to allow the chest to drop. So we don't want to do this, we want to be sitting back. So imagine there's a chair behind you and just pressing down. Go. So the elbows go straight underneath the bar, and you're driving straight up. Now that is a normal position for a squat, but we often have it a little wider. Now also with the work with body pump, it's the range of movement. So this would be a full range. have bottom ranges, so that will be a lot more intense. You have to really tighten the abs, coming all the way down, only halfway up. So that's a little bit more intense. So often we're doing fours. It's just hanging in there, allowing the muscles to overload. So that's just working shorter range. So that's great. So the squat track is about 5 minutes in length. When you finish, carefully take the bar down. You don't want to be hurting yourself. So that's okay. This third tracking body cut. This is where often we begin to feel it really getting to us. And that's the chest track. So it's the pectorals and of course the triceps as well. So you'll be sitting on a step. You can have 2 or 3 rises. It really doesn't matter. The secret with the bar is again something heavy enough so it's going to overload, but of course technique is also important in the sense that you need to get the correct range. Otherwise you're not going to target the chest muscles. And lots of people often say, I feel it in my shoulders and not in my chest. So what we want to do, having adjusted the bar, you're going to lie on your back. Make sure your head is on. And the hands are as wide as you can take them. And the bar starts up above probably your throat. Now the elbows will be coming wide and the bar is brought down to the middle of the chest, but it doesn't touch. And then you squeeze the chest muscles, allowing those chest muscles to contract and push. Now again, you just want to make sure that the elbows stay underneath the bar. So good tip is to push your shoulders away from your ears. So this way you can relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Just like in the squat track, we often have different ranges. So bottom range, all the way down, keeping the bar off, only halfway up. So it's also important to remember just to pull the tummy in nice and tight, and then you will rise. So you have the full range, so just gently pushing up. Often it helps just think about squeezing the chest muscles together. So that's great. Obviously your instructor in the class will give you advice as to where